The glass of orange juice you poured this morning, thinking you made the healthy choice, it's closer to a soda than you'd ever guess. And the brands you trust the most, the ones that have been in your fridge since you were a kid, are the exact ones banking on you never reading past the front of the carton. So today I'm showing you 5 juice brands to put back on the shelf, and 3 that are actually worth your money. 1. Tropicana. You grab Tropicana because the carton says 100% orange juice, and that feels honest. No added sugar, no funny business, just oranges in a bottle, right? That's the whole appeal. It looks like the closest thing to squeezing it yourself without the mess. But that label is hiding one of the strangest processes in the entire juice aisle. Here's what actually happens. After the oranges are squeezed, the juice gets stripped of oxygen so it can sit in giant storage tanks for up to a year. That process kills the flavor. So, to make it taste like orange juice again, companies hire flavor and fragrance firms to build what's called a flavor pack, a custom blend made from orange byproducts. It gets added back in before the juice ships to you. None of that has to appear on the label. So the fresh squeezed taste you love isn't really fresh at all. It's a flavor that was engineered in a lab to replace the one that got destroyed in storage. You're paying premium juice prices for something that's been sitting in a tank longer than most relationships last. That's not orange juice. That's an orange flavored product wearing an honest costume. 2. Minute Maid. Minute Maid feels like a safe, all-American pick. It's been around forever, the name sounds wholesome, and it's usually a few dollars cheaper than the premium stuff. For a lot of families, it's just the default juice. Nobody questions it, but almost nobody realizes who's actually behind it. Minute Maid is owned by Coca-Cola. That's the same company whose entire business is selling sugar water, and it shows in how this juice gets made. Most of it is from concentrate, which means the water gets boiled off so it's cheaper to ship, then added back in later. The problem is that the gentle, heat-sensitive nutrients, the ones your body actually wants from fruit, break down during all that heating and processing. What's left behind is mostly the sugar and the color. And the sugar is the part that should stop you. A regular glass of this stuff carries roughly the same sugar hit as a can of soda. So when you pour it for your kid before school, thinking you're doing the responsible thing, you're handing them a sugar load that spikes them and crashes them by mid-morning. Same parent company as the soda. Honestly, same drink in a different outfit. 3. Welch's grape juice has the strongest health halo of any juice on this list. The purple color looks rich and natural, the brand leans hard on those antioxidants, and parents have trusted it for generations as the wholesome choice for kids. It practically markets itself as a vitamin you can drink. That reputation is exactly the problem. Because when you actually look at what's in the bottle, Welch's carries one of the highest sugar loads per serving of any juice on the shelf. A single glass can run you well over 30 grams of sugar. And here's the part that matters most. There's no fiber in it. When you eat a real grape, the fiber slows down how fast that sugar hits your blood. Strip the fiber out, and the sugar floods in all at once, the same way it would from candy. So that healthy juice you're pouring for your kids is delivering a sugar spike with almost none of the protection real fruit gives you. You're getting the downside of the grape without the upside. It's marketed as a health drink, but your body processes it a lot more like dessert. That purple color isn't doing you any favors. 4. Naked Juice. Naked Juice looks like the smart upgrade. The bottle is covered in pictures of whole fruit, it costs more than regular juice, and the name itself promises there's nothing hidden, just pure, simple ingredients. You reach for it at the gym or the airport because it feels like the responsible splurge. That promise is exactly what got the brand in trouble. Naked Juice is owned by PepsiCo, and it's faced multiple lawsuits over its all-natural and no sugar added claims. The reality is that these are heavily processed drinks, and even without added sugar, the natural sugar from blending all that fruit together stacks up fast. You're drinking the sugar of several pieces of fruit at once, with none of the fiber that would slow it down if you'd just eaten them. So you're paying a premium price for a bottle that's owned by a soda giant, processed in a way that strips out a lot of the good stuff, and packed with more sugar than the wholesome label suggests. The word naked is supposed to mean nothing to hide, but the whole product is built around what they're not telling you. That's the trick, right there on the front. 5. Ocean Spray. Ocean Spray has one of the most trustworthy stories in the whole grocery store. It's a cooperative owned by actual cranberry farmers, and that image makes you feel like you're buying something honest, straight from the source. Cranberries are good for you, so the juice must be too. That's the assumption the branding is built on. But pick up almost any bottle and read the actual name. It's rarely just cranberry juice. It's cranberry juice cocktail, or a juice drink, or a blend. Those words aren't accidents. They're regulated terms that legally tell you the real juice content is well below 100%. Most of what's in that bottle is water, added sugar, and cheaper juices like apple or grape used to bulk it out. The cranberry you're paying for is often a small slice of what's actually inside. So the wholesome farmer-owned image is doing a lot of heavy lifting for a product that's mostly sugar water with a splash of the real thing. You think you're getting the cranberry benefits everyone talks about, but you're mostly getting the sugar. The co-op story is true. The juice in the bottle just doesn't live up to it. Now that you know which ones to put back on the shelf, let's talk about what you should actually be grabbing instead. And the good news is, these aren't hard to find. 1. Lakewood Organic. The thing that sets Lakewood apart is the simplest thing of all. You can actually read the label and understand every word on it. It's USDA organic, cold pressed, never from concentrate, and most of the line is single ingredient. Just the fruit. Nothing built back in, nothing hidden in a flavor pack. And that matters more than it sounds. Remember the storage tanks and the engineered flavor from earlier? Cold pressed means the juice is squeezed using pressure instead of heat, so the delicate vitamins and the real taste of the fruit survive instead of getting cooked off and rebuilt later. Never from concentrate means they didn't boil the water out and add it back. What you're drinking is about as close to the actual fruit as a bottle on a shelf gets. There's no flavor lab in the middle of the process. You'll usually find Lakewood in the organic section or at health-focused stores. And yes, it costs more than the cocktail blends. But you're paying for actual juice instead of sugar water dressed up to look like it. Check the ingredient list. If it's just the fruit, you're holding the real thing. 2. Evolution Fresh. Evolution Fresh built its whole approach around one method most brands skip: high-pressure processing. Instead of heating the juice to kill off bacteria, they use intense pressure to do the same job. That single choice changes everything about what ends up in your glass. Here's why it matters. Standard juice gets pasteurized with heat, and that heat doesn't just kill the bad stuff, it also destroys the gentle vitamins and the natural enzymes your body wants from the fruit. High-pressure processing makes the juice safe to drink without ever cooking it. So the nutrients that get wiped out in a regular carton actually survive in this one. You get the safety without paying for it in quality. And the ingredient lists are short and honest. You can see exactly what's inside. You'll find Evolution Fresh in the refrigerated section of most regular grocery stores, which makes it one of the easiest real upgrades to grab without a special trip. It's priced like a premium juice, not a budget one, but it's widely available and it delivers. If you want a clear step up from the brands we just covered without hunting for a specialty shop, this is the easy one. 3. Suja Organic. What makes Suja stand out isn't one feature, it's that the brand lets outsiders check its work. It's USDA organic, non-GMO project verified, cold pressed, and a certified B Corporation. That's a stack of independent seals, not just feel-good words the company printed on its own bottle. And that distinction is the whole point. Most of the brands we put back on the shelf use language they get to define themselves: natural, wholesome, no sugar added. Suja certifications come from outside groups that audit the company and can pull the seal if it slips. B Corp status in particular means an independent body reviewed how the business actually operates and held it to a real standard. When a brand invites that kind of outside checking, it's a lot harder to hide the things the avoid brands hide. You'll spot Suja in the refrigerated juice section at most major grocery chains, and like the others here, it sits at the premium end on price. but you're paying for accountability you can verify, not marketing you have to take on faith. Flip the bottle, look for those outside seals, and you'll know you're getting the real thing. 5 brands to leave on the shelf, 3 that earn a spot in your cart instead. If this helped you see the juice aisle a little clearer, share it with someone who's still grabbing the wrong one every week. I'll see you in the next one.